My name is Sheny Rodriguez, and I would like to share a quote with you by a Guatemalan photographer and artist. Ladies and gentlemen of Canada, my life, the life of all Guatemalans, have an undeniable historical link with yours. Together, our history makes one history, but with two distinct faces. We are two different people implicated in one genocide, with two perspectives of the opportunity to be human. Making who you are and who we are more visible will continue to be an essential theme of my art. He is a painter, and he was a photographer present at the exhumations in a village called Panzos, when in May 1978, 53 people were massacred by the intervention of a Canadian transnational mining company called Inco. This genocide gave the beginning to a war that lasted over 37 years, that claimed over 200,000 lives and displaced over 150,000 people. I was raised through that war, however, not understanding the reasons behind it, and is the reason why I'm here today, because now I understand why the war happened. Mind you, at the time I was going more with my feelings, and I knew that there was something that was not balanced. It also, having my sister and my little brother died of a curable illness, made me feel that I had to continue in life to bring forward some kind of balance, and I thought I would be a nurse at the time. And later on in life, when I was 14, I had the opportunity to come to Canada, and I've been here now for almost 19 years. I didn't become a nurse, but I am an advocate for social justice issues, and now I understand that building a school in the village of San Lucas, where I come from, is essential because so many children are being denied access to adequate education, and it's something that is a basic human right that all kids should have in the world. And I understand now that that is part of the system that keeps people marginalized throughout the world. Not having education makes you not think about and analyze your reality, whereas being here has helped me to understand all that, and it has helped me to help my family get an education. I have a brother and a sister that are college graduates, and that in itself has broken those chains of mental slavery for over 500 years. And I see that positive change in my family. So I thought that one day I would do the same for other children. And we have created an organization in Hamilton that is called Cantabal Health and Education. Our aim is to build a school that will provide grade 7, 8, and 9 education. And once we have been able to get ahead with that, then we can continue to provide grade 10, 11, and 12. Most of the children don't have access to education because the parents earn anywhere from $1 to $2 a day. And if they are able to send one child to school, it'll most likely be the boy. Part of the reason being is that it's still a very patriarchal society, but in January when I was there, I realized that the other reason is because of safety. Guatemala has been labeled as the killer's paradise. Over 456 women were murdered last year alone, reported. When I was there in January of this year, on the 26th, there had already been 28 women murdered. That did not include the 2 women that were murdered near my village. Part of my understanding of these murders is because if you can destroy the woman who holds the family together, you destroy the family, you destroy the community, you destroy the country, you destroy the global community. And our aim for the school is to provide children, both boys and girls, with adequate education, as well as bringing forward our traditional views of respecting one another, of sharing, of caring, of kindness. Because it is the only way, I think, that we can create more balance. We cannot focus only on the girls, because the men are also our other half. And we cannot focus only on the boys, because the women are our other half. So we need to be able to help them to come to understanding that we must work together if we want to continue forward. And I've always realized, I always thought as well, that it is not only a benefit to Guatemalan children, but it's also a benefit to the Canadian children. Because Guatemalan children have a lot to offer that has been lost here. For example, the connection to the Mother Earth. We still live off the land back home. Most people here don't. I've been here for 19 years, and I know that it's hard for me to do that. And I think that we can both come together and create a more balanced way of life. It is time to share. We have a lot to give in this country, and we also have a lot to receive. Part of the reason, I think, why there's so many people in the world that don't have adequate education or housing or health care is because most of us in the well-to-do countries have access. And I do understand the correlation between the haves and the have-nots. You cannot have one without the other. And if we can bring people more closer to understanding the social issues on a global scale, I believe that we all have a conscience, and I believe that it makes all of us feel good when we can help one another. And that is essentially what we are trying to do. We have been able to raise $10,000 in 1 year alone, and I believe that's pretty remarkable for just a small little group that we have, but we are very dedicated to what we do. And with that money, we'll be able to purchase enough land. Our next fundraising events that will be ongoing will help us to bring in the funds necessary to buy the tools and the material necessary to build the school. And we are hoping that we will have this school started by January of 2009. So that's only a few months away, and we're very, very excited, and we're so fortunate and so blessed to have so many wonderful people that have supported this project. It's been a project that I've had in my mind for many years, since I was little, maybe 6 years old. And I didn't actually start working on it until a year ago. And since then, we have supporters from the labor movement and professors, individual families, co-workers and friends, and it is a project that has taken a life of its own. It has become the dream of many. I thought it was only my dream, but now I can see that with the energy, that the vibrational energy in the world has been rising. Our elders tell us this, and more people have been able to come forward and help us. Many of our neighbors and families are very excited to come down to Guatemala once it's built. And we will be definitely organizing teams of volunteers that will come and share their skills, any skill. Because the school will not only provide education for the children, but it will also provide access to people that are in the older years to learn a skill, which is absolutely necessary. So we hope that many people will come, and we already have a number of people that are lined up. I'm personally planning to go down to Guatemala in December, be there for January. My mother just left today, and she's a right-hand woman in the community that will be helping us with the purchasing of the land and doing a lot of the planning as well to accommodate our guests and our volunteers that will be coming in the near future.